Hello, my yoga loves. So by now you already know this means we're doing a meditation today. So I am Megan and you are here with Everybody Yoga with Megan. And I had a special request to do some element meditations. So like air, fire, water, all those good things. I typically only do 2 or 3 meditations in a monthly series. And I think I've already done one for this month about safety, which really could be about earth, but I'm not sure I intentionally used that language. But ask and you shall receive. So for today's meditation, I want us to think about the quality of air. This element that keeps us alive, right? Breath is life. Air comes in as breath. And it literally moves the body into brain synapses firing and oxygenation of the blood. But also, air is life for everything around us, right? The planet. And I want just a quick discussion before we jump into the actual meditation. If you have too much air, you might be perceived as flighty, lost in your head, daydreaming a lot. You might have an inability to sleep well. Like the insomnia effect here. Maybe trouble breathing as far as like asthma, like you just have too much air, too much is happening and you're all over the place, okay? If you don't have enough air, and I don't mean like actual breathing air, but the element of air, you might feel a little apathetic, like what you're doing doesn't matter, or what's happening in this planet cannot be saved. And you need an opportunity to be less stuck, less grounded. So in this meditation, I will try to balance us in air so that we don't have too much, we're not flighty, we're not floating away, and we don't have so little that we're stuck in the ground, okay? As always, with any meditation, set up how you are comfortable. So if that's laying down, or seated, or if your anxiety is up, if you have too much air and you need to walk while you meditate, go for it. We're learning a lot now about the body, and it's okay to just meditate how you can. There's no right or wrong, and it's actually more detrimental to try to force yourself to be still when the body needs to move, when the anxiety is running, because then what happens when you're sitting still is now there's more agitation, it's building, it's more, and we're defeating the purpose, okay? So just give yourself permission to do whatever it is you need to do. Make sure if you are walking that you don't have any obstacles in your way, just be safe, okay? Be safe. And if you are laying down, get comfortable. Maybe put a pillow under your head and under the knees. Cover up with a blanket. Just let yourself settle for a moment. And after a couple of breaths, if it feels okay in your body, let your eyes close. And if that doesn't feel safe to you, let the eyes kind of soften their gaze. So everything around you will be kind of fuzzy. You're not focusing on any one thing per se. And I want you to just take 3 breaths here. Any type of breath you want. You can do a big full inhale and sigh it out. You can inhale and exhale through the nose, through the mouth. Just take 3 grounding breaths, allowing yourself the opportunity to land in this moment right here. Acknowledging that anything that you've done before this moment cannot be changed. And anything coming in the next moment cannot be accomplished yet. This breath here is the one we have. take your attention to the space between your eyebrows. Notice the touch of air on your skin there. Is it cool? Is it warm? Humid or dry? And behind your softened gaze, take your attention to the entire eyeball. Maybe even sending your attention to the ocular nerve behind the eye. Shifting your attention down into your nostrils. Notice if there is a smell that you can quickly identify. Detergent, perfume, flowers, trees, just a quick identification. Let the brain have that moment of figuring it out. And then shift your attention down into your mouth. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. And notice any residual taste in your mouth. Maybe toothpaste or coffee. Maybe the metallic taste of nothing. Shift your attention now into your ears. And I want you to welcome any sounds around you, not as a distraction from your practice, but as part of it. And allow my voice to become your voice, so you are guiding yourself in this journey. On your next inhale, I want you to breathe in all the way to the top of the chest, as though you're filling up a bottle from the bottom, low belly, all the way up to the top. And then I want you to purse your lips and blow out a candle. Do that a few more times at your own pace. Just inhaling up, 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 high, pausing, and slowly blowing out a candle. Allow your breath to come back to neutral. I want you to envision that inside your body is all the air of the world. And you are powerful enough to blow into a hurricane or a tornado, to move mass with your breath. And maybe inside, there's an internal tornado always happening, and you are going to use your breath to calm that tornado, that anxiety. So allowing that breath to fill up and then exit intentionally. So you're not telling the breath it can't swirl. You're just helping it swirl until it's done, until it's out of the body. Let's do a few more deep breaths in this way. Lower belly, breathing in first and then moving up to mid belly, all the way up to the top of the chest and then blowing out. So you're blowing the internal tornado out into the planet. And if the imagery of an internal tornado does not speak to you, if you feel more grounded, then I want you to imagine when you're breathing in, you're just stirring up something. The wind is releasing your dirt, your caverns, right? Or maybe you are from a coastal region and this desert dirt doesn't resonate with you. Envisioning then a hurricane picking up water and spreading it around. Using whatever imagery fits in you. If you're needing to build more air and gain more lightness, breathe out through the nose. See how that changes. And if you have that high anxiety and that need to settle some, keep blowing out through your mouth, letting the air go back out. And really understanding that the air in us, moves our blood, helps us have brain synapses go off, right? It's the air that gets us going, gets us living. And we might have mountains inside that we need to move. And it's this air, this breath, that's going to help us do that. And maybe you have some big painful experience that you are trying to work on. And I want you to just imagine that the breath is picking up little granules of that mountain, just at the top. And as you exhale, it's blowing them out. Your breath is moving the mountains within. Air represents our thoughts, our mental body. And so in order to impact the physical body, we have to intentionally use our breath to open up, to release, to let go. Consider that it is air that fans the wildfires and makes them burn. It is air that creates a tornado and picks up and moves houses. It is air that whips through rocks over time, whittling away at them, creating grand arches. Air is powerful. And when we learn to master it, we too become powerful. And if you're in the plane of grounded, of feeling stuck, I want you to imagine that each time you breathe in, you're getting a little bit higher, right? You are a mountain no longer stuck to the ground. You are reaching for the air, for the sky. And likewise, in the opposite of that, if you are very flighty, very airy, very thought-focused, I want you to use your breath to become full and big in an opportunity to ground down like a lead balloon. Imagine that your breath is powerful enough to push the sails of a ship across the ocean. Or your breath is so powerful that a kite can take flight from the ground, lifting up because of your breath. Use imagery that helps you feel empowered. Your breath is your life. Your breath is the life of the planet. You can choose to stay in this intentional air practice as long as you need. And all you have to do is rest here. Whenever you're ready, bring yourself back into your body. From my heart to yours, may we be filled with intentional breath. Namaste.